Hi, it's Siobhán Fletcher up at Manx Radio, and welcome along to the latest edition of our newscast. Now, an Atlantic grey seal has been photographed feeding on a harbour porpoise for the first time in Manx waters. The set of photos were taken at the Point of Ayr earlier this summer by Gary Waitman of Van and Photos, who posted them on Facebook. Then, Manx Whale and Dolphin Watch recognised the tailstock and contacted him for further information. I caught up with Gary, who said he was shocked to discover his photos were of such scientific significance. Can you tell me then, we've seen these sort of incredible pictures today that you shared online, and you've posted that, always share interesting pictures because you never know what will happen. So can you tell me what you photographed and when you found out that it was so special?
Well, it's a grey seal eating what apparently is a harbour porpoise, which I photographed up at the Point of Ayr back at the end of August, I think it was. And about a week or so later, Manx Whale and Dolphin got in touch with me just to say that they'd not, they wanted if they could look at the photos and if there was any more photos of the seal. So I sent those through, and then they sort of said, well, it's very rare behaviour to see a grey seal around the Isle of Man. Apparently it had not been seen around the Isle of Man before, or not for a very long time, eating a harbour porpoise. And so it went from there. I've had Sea Watch from across been in touch. So yeah, it's seems to be quite interesting for people, which I had no idea about. I mean, it's not my nature photography isn't really my thing. I was just trying out a new lens, and I thought I'd try, I'd pop up to the Point of Ayr, just take some photos of birds and things just to see what the lens could do. And there happened to be like 30 or 40 seals lying on the beach. And then seals being seals, they're quite nosy, and quite a few came round to see what I was doing. And then this one just happened to have this porpoise in its mouth.
I love it because, yeah, like you say there, I mean, people would know your pictures from like gigs on Island or, FC Isle of Man, that sort of thing. So, yeah, just the idea that you were just trying out a lens and you've managed to get these kind of significant scientific photos is quite cool.
Yeah, it's a real, just a fluke, really. I mean, it's the second time I'd been up to the Point of Ayr, with that lens just to see it. And it's like a 500 lens, so you've got to stay about at least 50 meters away from the seals, so you don't disturb them. And so I was that sort of distance away taking photos, and I just spotted these guys in the water watching me, watching the other seals.
So has this kind of inspired you to want to try a bit more nature photography, or is it just, like you say, a nice fun fluke and just a cool thing?
I've been up to the Ayers since with the same lens, just to see the seals, really. And yeah, I probably will do probably just have a go. I mean, there's a lot better sort of bird photographers and so on than me, way better than me on the island, who are taking the pictures of the peregrine falcons around Marine Drive and so on. But yeah, it's something. It's another string to the bow, I guess. It's something else to do apart from football and music.
Yeah. And so I guess my last question would be, when you got that phone call back from Manx Whale and Dolphin Watch, maybe, so they obviously rang and asked if you had any more pictures, and then presumably they got back in touch and said, actually, you've caught something really significant. What was that moment like for you?
Well, if I say it was really just an absolute fluke. I was surprised it was so different, because what I saw was a seal eating a fish. I mean, I obviously didn't recognise the fish, but it was obviously something a little bit different because it was quite big, and the flipper at the back was obviously a lot bigger than you'd expect to see. So yeah, it was just really interesting. And I say it seems to have gone a little bit mad, and with various people getting in touch with me ever since.
Including us.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And it's just really cool, isn't it? The pictures are awesome as well. And like you say, when it's such a random fluke, it's a nice little extra bow for you. To be I got
I'm sure it won't happen again. I don't think I'll get that lucky again somehow, but you never know.
Bro.
Thank you for making it to the end of the Manx Radio newscast. You are obviously someone with exquisite taste. May I politely suggest you might want to subscribe to this and a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider so our best bits will magically appear on your smartphone. Thank you.